want to say thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. That was kind of crazy. I never thought that I would hit 100 subscribers. I didn't think anyone would pay attention to my channel, but thank you all so much for those of you that are. And I'm planning some awesome content for you all. Both Final Fantasy, mainly Final Fantasy, but also Star Wars, because I've been playing a lot of Star Wars with my brother. It's a pretty cool. But let's get down to what the topic of this video is, and that is that Warrior is it's OP, man. It's crazy. Hey y'all, how's it going? Jamie here. First, let me start off by saying Happy New Year. I know I'm 2 weeks late. I'm sorry about that. I have been really kind of busy. My head's been everywhere. I haven't posted a video since like the summer. I've been, I got kind of busy with work this fall semester. And then I also had other side projects that I was doing. I was working on a lot of music. I'm planning on working on a blues rock album. And I also released a lo-fi EP off of Spotify. So if you're into that sort of thing, check it out. I'll leave the link to the Spotify playlist down below. If you want to check it out on Apple Music or Amazon, however it is you listen to your music, check it out. It's under the Black Magic Rabbits. And feel free to just like listen to it when you're commuting to work or when you're gaming. Use it in your streams. If you stream, you're more than welcome to do that. I'm giving you permission, author's permission right now, to use my music for whatever it is that you want to use it for. The Black Magic Rabbits, check it out. I'll leave the link down below. Let's get down to what the topic of this video is, and that is that Warrior. It's crazy. So let me put this into context for you. Last night I ended up running Regina. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but my friend and I would just always call it Regina.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
But we ended up running that because he needed to run it for his weapon. He started Endwalker maybe about last week, but he's still finishing up stuff from Shadowbringer. So I said, sure, I'll jump in and I'll help you. Now, I have not touched Warrior since Shadowbringers. With Endwalker, I ended up picking up Sage. So the moment that Endwalker was released, I unlocked Sage and I just grinded the Southern Front until I got to level 80. And then I started the main story quest with Sage. And so the Sage and Summoner have been the main two classes that I've been playing so far. So last night he asked me, he says, hey, I need to run Regina's. And I said, sure, I'll help you out. And I decided to go in as a tank simply because he was kind of worried about tanking that. He usually tanks. But he was kind of worried, so he went in as a Reaper, I think. Again, I'm sorry I don't have any video of that. I didn't think about that. I was just supposed to be, let me go in here real quick and let me help you sort of deal. But we ended up spending 2 hours in Regina. So now they've changed it. If you're unaware about this, if you are just wanting to get a relic weapon for a class that you just hit level 80 on, we ended up running it. So they changed it. It is no longer a huge instance. It can now be done with I think when we registered, it gave us a party of 5, but we lost the machinist. And so it is possible to do Regina's with 4 players. I was a tank. There was 2 Reapers, and I believe there was a Dancer. We had no healer, which goes to my point why Warrior is so amazing. Never once, or I think only twice in that whole raid did my HP fall below 50%. Warrior's basically just a healer. Turn the icon green because Warrior is a healer, and it was an amazing job. Now, it did take us 2 hours to get through. The first fight did seem like it took forever, but that's because it was mainly just me and the Dancer that were left because the machinist died and he jumped out of that instance. My friend the Reaper died because it was only like his second time running it, so he was still a little confused with the mechanics. Even though we were on Discord, I was like kind of communicating with him, but he did die, and then the other Reaper died by mistake. So it was just 2 of us. So that first fight did take a while. After that, it was just kind of easy. Now I only had 2 lost abilities. I had Cure 2 just in case. That's how I was topping off the Dancer. And then, of course, I was just using my regular abilities to heal myself as a warrior. And then I also had that lost, I think it's Perception, the one that finds the mines. So that was cool. We went through it pretty easy until we got to the part where you fight those 4 robot things. They're like the bishop or something like that. I don't know, the rooks. I don't remember what they were. We did struggle there. We were failing the DPS check at the very end. Once you kill all 4 of them separate, they come up and they do those shields, and you have to hit them where the opening of the shield is. So we would kill 3 of them. But the thing is, when you get to the last one, this is very important. If you're going to be running this, pay attention to the shields, because the last one will start to generate that shield quicker. And so the more you hit it, the faster it's going to be changing its shield, and then you're going to mess up and get doom. That's what ended up happening. I think we wiped like 3 or 4 times before we were able to clear that portion of that raid. But once that was done, it was easy. I think the only other time that we struggled with was at the very, very end. Warrior has no way of, or at least I had no way of preventing getting doom on me when the last boss does Cleansing Strike. And so we were kind of worried. We tried different things, but I just ended up getting doom. I know there is one tank class that for some reason wouldn't get doom. I think they said it was a Dark Knight. I'm not entirely sure. I don't mess with Dark Knight simply because I don't like it. I think Paladin might also do that. But here's the thing, okay? This is how we got around that. I ended up putting on a re-raise. It's a 2-hour ability that you click, and it has a 70 or 80% chance that when you die, you get brought back to life. Now, I only had 3 of those, and out of those 3, I got brought back to life automatically twice. So that was awesome. But my party members also had the lost action of raise. So every time I went down, I would just they would pick me up, and it was awesome because with the warrior abilities, my HP just kind of just shot back up, and I topped myself off, and it was awesome. So we ended up finishing that raid. It took, again, 2 hours to do it. But it totally can be done. In case you're helping someone out or you yourself want to run it, it can be done with a party of 4. A couple of other things to note, though. If you go in with a bard, so if you're going to go in, try to look for a bard in case you don't have a healer, because I believe the bard is also able to remove status effects. So if you do get doom, the bard will be able to take that off. I'm not entirely sure there's another class that can do that, but I know bard can. So I kind of want to go over those abilities for the warriors to show you exactly what I was talking about, why I was getting so much HP, and what I was doing to kind of maximize healing myself. So let me log into the game so that you can see what abilities I was using. Okay, so here we are. Let's jump into the game. Now, you know what? The queue times have kind of gone down. Yesterday, I was expecting to be, 2,000, and I ended up being 500 yesterday. And that was like at 7 o'clock. I set up my my gear so I can play guitar while I waited, because I was expecting to be in queue for like 2 hours, but I was only there for like 20 minutes. Right now, it's not that bad. We're sitting at 55. I know Square Enix is opening a new data center in the US, so I think that's pretty cool. So let's just jump into this. Let me explain what my warrior was equipped with. So I do have a 535 resistance weapon, and it currently has a strength of 216, a critical hit rate of 210, skill speed of 129 with a vitality of 227, and a determination of 129. I am item level 530. Everything is 530, including both rings. And here's kind of what I ended up going with for material. I put critical hit rate as the top. Then I focused on determination and tenacity last. And it was amazing because every other hit in Regina's last night was a critical hit rate. And even then I was also critting my healing, which was amazing. So let me explain to you exactly what's going on. So you can see that's my material. My critical hit rate is 1390. My determination is 1038. and my tenacity is 1061. If you're running a tank and your stats are better, if I'm doing this wrong, let me know in the comments below. Let me know how I can fix my tank, because to be honest, I'm a caster, so I mainly focus on spell speed and determination and critical hit rate. So, I mean, just let me know what you think about my material melds, and if you have something better, let me know. So, that's the warrior here. So, here's basically what was happening. The one that I was using a lot was Raw Intuition. It reduces damage taken by 10%, but it restores HP of each weapon skill successfully delivered. So if I ever found myself with low HP, I would click Raw Intuition, and what I would do is I would use Infuriate, and then I would do Fell Cleave. Now there is that instance where those four... man, I want to know what those things are. Those four mechanical robot things that the one I'm talking about. One does the bomb, the other one does the sword and the shield, the other one does like the trick where it jumps around them. I found that I was taking a lot of HP damage when I went to go fight them in the beginning, because they all attack you at once. So what I ended up doing was I would either pop off Homengang. Is that how you pronounce that word? Anyways, I would either pop that off, or I would just simply hit Raw Intuition, Infuriate, and then I would go with Decimate. And you would just do that, and you'll see your HP shoot up. It was amazing. And of course, you do have Equilibrium, which restores HP. And then you have Thrill of Battle, which will restore 20%. It increases your HP by 20%, but it also heals you a little bit. So I was mainly doing a combo of this. So I was popping off Raw Intuition like every other time. It was awesome. And then, of course, I would also use Rampart. Now, for the final boss, this is what I was talking about. I was using Resistance Re-Raiser, and it's a 70% chance. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was a 70% chance of automatically reviving you. So that really helped out. We thought Light Curtain would prevent Doom from being cast on me, but it just happened. And then, of course, just do your regular, tank combo. And when you hit Storm's Path, you'll end up healing yourself. If there was a raid-wide damage, I would usually pop Shake It Off. I was doing it as a preventive manner, but then when I started noticing that it was healing them, I would just pop it as a reactionary to heal their HP. So that's mainly what I was focusing on. So again, I was just popping Raw Intuition. And I want to say it's got, like a 25-second cooldown. So I was just popping it over and over and over and over, and just healing myself, topping myself off. But that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much. If you would like to see more content, let me know down below. I really appreciate you viewers who have been, asking me to cover certain things. I am working on that content. I'm going to do a new video on the Racer Tartarus explaining the software, so be on the lookout for that. If you want to see that, just make sure to smash that like and subscribe button so you can keep up with all my videos. So I am going to try to upload videos at least every 2 weeks, because I am also working on my music, and I'm also trying to write another short story, and of course busy with my job. But thank you all so much. Really appreciate you all so much. It really means a lot to me. I do have something special for you all, for you viewers. I did order something off the Square Enix website, and I was going to raffle it off to you viewers. I need to check on that. They haven't sent it out, and I'm kind of concerned because it's already been a couple of weeks. So I'll double check that. But thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all later. Until next time, you all take it easy.